Ain't nothing like being so free that you're able to see the higher perspective in everything. And being in that place has a lot to do with knowing how to mind your business. Mind your business, knowing how to mind your business regardless of what's going on around you, regardless of what's going on with your family, regardless of what's going on with your neighbor, regardless of what's going on sometimes amongst those in the same household with you, the kids, the pets, minding your business. That's an important thing to learn. Now that don't mean in exclusion to all those previous things I mentioned, but know how to mind your business where you in an emotionally stable, or mentally stable, and therefore a physically stable place. And why I point that out, because let me swap these wheels. And why I point that out, because if you know like I know, and shadow work is as important to you as it is to me, and you continually tapping in, you're continually making an intention to grow, you're continually making an intention to mature, you're continually making an intention to be better than you never been. By minding your business, being aware, then you know, especially this past week, the energies have been very heavy. It's been very intense. And it ain't had nothing to do with nothing or nobody outside of you, just like it ain't had nothing to do with nothing or nobody outside of me. We all gotta deal with our own shit. It's called shadow work. And sometimes we may be around people who don't understand the layers and the levels of intensity that we may be experiencing when we got to deal with our shit. Just like we may not understand when we're observing somebody go through their dark nights of the soul and they got to do this shadow work and they're trying to express it and explain it to us. Sometimes we may not understand the level of intensity and frequency that they may be feeling, or what they feeling and what they're experiencing. It doesn't make it no less real. I want to say that I appreciate those who appreciate my story. I appreciate those who share their story through things that I exemplify, through some of the wisdoms that I share pertaining to my story, and things whether witnessed, seen, or self-experienced, which most things are. I appreciate y'all, because our power not for the taking. And when we're going through these shifts, first I want to say again, our power not for the taking. Why do I say that? Because if you're doing self-work, if you didn't know, you have begun to know what your power is. And those who don't, you're gonna have to build your own. Yeah. I'm so grateful for this lifetime, because it's in this lifetime that I don't live through many life, deaths, and rebirths. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. In this lifetime, to be able to say, anytime you have to bounce back from anything that you find yourself having to bounce back from, since we never stop growing, I'ma just need you to remember, bounce back's not about the fact that you bounce back. It's about being better than you never been. And being better than you never been ain't something that we can accomplish in one day. We can't accomplish it in 1 week. We can't accomplish it in 1 year. It's something that we accomplish day by day, every day. It's inside that we control the out. It's inside that we control the out. We tap into, I know it's Friday, but I'm gonna tap into a card for the day. And they gave me, wow, nothing by mistake. Mental conflict. See, that's what these shifts for. That's what these shifts for. These shifts teach us, and it's like 7 planets in retrograde right now. It's like 7 planets in retrograde, and we got 7 basic chakras. So retrograde don't mean that the planets are going backward. It just means that the planets are going so slow till it feel like things are going in reverse. Y'all see how that felt? See, y'all see? You don't listen, you gonna miss it. Y'all see how that felt? It's just they going so slow. It seemed like everything in reverse. And it been putting pressure on us energetically. It been putting pressure on us psychically for those of us who are tapped into our psychic abilities. It been putting pressure on us mentally. Mental health is important. It been putting pressure on us emotionally, if I haven't said it, and it's definitely been putting pressure on us astrally. If you travel, some of us maybe have noticed changes in our dreams, or may have started dreaming in color. It's been putting pressure on our bodies, depending on how much of a sponge you may or may not be. Because I'm a sponge, I be feeling everything. So those days that I didn't make my presence felt is because I needed those days to be loving on myself. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. I'm gonna teach y'all how to love on yourself. See, we can't grow always being seen. Sometimes you gotta learn how to fall back and mind your business and work on you, and let everything else take care of itself. I don't know who need to hear that. This too shall pass, or whatever your affirmation may need to be. But we're gonna talk about mental conflict and the number 2, duality. Duality. Balance. Harmony. It made me think about the 2 of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles in the tarot deck, where the guy holding 2 coins, or yin and yang. This card deals with the inability to move forward. Anybody find themselves like that? I can, if I be honest, I say during the past week with all the retrogrades falling into place, 7 planets, including Chiron, if I ain't mistaken, I was feeling so much mental battles. I won't even begin to tell y'all the type of the thoughts that was coming against my mind, and I have to continually cast down because I know it wasn't mine. You hear me? I know what it takes, y'all. This card deals with the inability to move forward as self-doubt emerges from indecisiveness, the shadow coming to the forefront, or not being able to take action with a person, group, or even a situation in your present life. I just love how the cards just fall into place after I be done spoke to whatever I'm gonna speak to prior to pulling the card. It may not be an easy decision, but you're already aware of this. Just remember that you have the strength, courage, and power to make all the necessary considerations. When you decide to act and finally make the choices that need to be made, then and only then will a resolution be forthcoming, and with it, a sense of mental relief. And I want to stress on that. For whatever reason, I was led to speak to, the mental aspects of all of this, because it is a battlefield in our mind. You know, the biggest war we're gonna ever have is in our mind. And when we conquer our mind, we conquer the world. At least as we would know our world to be. Not the world everybody that may consist of what everybody else or anybody else may think they living in. And that's okay. Free will is a free will journey. And we all have our free will and our choices to choose and decide what will either assist us and assist us, because all help not assistance intentionally, but depending on what role we play or how we perceive, you can make the best of it. You don't listen, you're gonna miss it. There's assistance out there for you. So seek out and listen to wise counsel to help you make the right decisions. Listen to your intuition and have faith in yourself. Peace and harmony will soon be yours. Peace and harmony don't have to soon be ours. Peace and harmony is a decision that we just have to make up in our mind that that's what we want. And then do everything in our power, do everything in our ability, do everything in our capacity, and do everything in our thought and decision-making processes, and as well as what and how we communicate what we truly want and desire concerning our emotions or feelings, and let that be the rule. Cause if your power not for the take, you're gonna have to assert your authority over it. With that being said, ain't nothing like being free. So free because you're able to see the higher perspective in things. And it's gonna take that, regardless of what comes. It's gonna take that to stay clear. It's gonna take that to keep canceling. It's gonna take that to keep deleting, you know, what need to be deleted, you know. Be thankful for the pains that became your power. I'm thankful for all the pains that become your power. Be thankful for the fragments that represent who you are and other people. Be thankful. If you understood what I said, be thankful, because we are all reflections of one another. It's only oneself. So be thankful for the lessons, rather good, rather bad, rather indifferent, and start learning how to pay the attention to how it's giving us an opportunity to master the energy. We got to go beyond people and go and start recognizing the energy. What is the energy teaching us through the players or the people in our lives that we need to learn, that so we can master ourselves. It's time to wake up. Fuck with y'all. Salud.